Oh, we've got some pretty big fans in the house tonight. The community of Sussex is here with us representing. Give it up for the town of Sussex and the general area. We'll be getting into some Riptide action real soon, so make sure you find your seats.
I need my grace on the next two. Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the beautiful Harbor Station in sunny uptown St. John. Tonight, your St. John Riptide are taking on the Island Storm. Starting 5 for the Island Storm, Jaha Carson. 11, Terrell Baines. 13, Terry Thomas. Coach is Joseph Soloretto. Give it up for the challengers tonight, the Island Storm. Riptide's Rob Spawn. And Dave McGrath. And now please rise and remove your hats and join us for the singing of the national anthem as led by Paige Hashi.
Our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. Quel bras et porter l'épée, il sait porter la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
No one comes into our house and pushes us around. It's your game. Let's do it.
Our fans, the tradition here at our station, I want everybody on their feet. We don't sit down until we score our first basket. Everybody get on your feet. Let's go. Let's get high.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Harbor Station in St. John, New Brunswick, where the Riptide take on the visiting Island Storm, who come in with a record of 10 and 15, looking to battle into third, and goal is second before the year's done and before we head into playoffs. With me tonight, Briar McPherson. Briar, glad to have you, buddy.
Good to be here.
As normal, folks, this crowd on their feet until the Riptide make that first basket. So if you're having a hard time hearing me right now, a lot of cowbells, everybody's on their feet, a lot of cheering, screaming. We'll reintroduce ourselves after they make that first basket. Hopefully, Briar, not 2 or 3 minutes into the game like sometimes it is. An early turnover by the Storm. Gets Mency running, Gabe Freeman running, but a little miscommunication there, and out of bounds it goes. Big crowd here tonight, Briar. Maybe a bit of pregame jitters by both sides, not just the home team.
Yeah, it's Sussex Dairytown Community Night, so That might have something to do with all the cowbells in the building.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. And Addison contends that shot well. And Gabe Freeman and Olu battle for that rebound. Olu comes up with it. Mency looking to run a little offense here. Let's get a set here, Briar. Let's get something going to the rim maybe for that first bucket, as Mency does. The underrated floater going down the lane. Most underrated shot in basketball. You watch a high-level basketball game, whether it's D1 or pro, you'll see at least a dozen floaters a game by shorter guards going down the lane. And as promised, a little quieter, Briar. The crowd sat down. Hakeem Ellis knocks down a long three. He shot that about 3 feet outside the line. Mency looking to return one. You know, quite often you see the ball go through the hoop like the previous possession. The next shot goes in, but that one off the mark. As the Island Storm get up 7-2 early start here. And Anderson with the turnover knocks players down, and one goes down, Briar, and everybody else trips over him, kind of thing. And Gabe Freeman just hit the floor pretty hard.
Yeah, it didn't look like he saw the Storm player there on the ground.
No, he didn't. He got tripped up with in Anderson's or Famatini's feet, sorry, and went down. Gabe didn't see him, and tripped. Reeker laying on the floor. Gabe trips over him. It sounded like a rack of bones hitting the floor there. Every elbow and every knee in his body there hit the floor hard. But and Gabe gets to the rim, scores that too. He's such a versatile player, Briar. You've got to respect the three. He shoots a pretty decent percentage, and he's got the quickness to go by you, the one-on-one moves to go by you. As Anderson comes up with a steal, and Freeman with a two-hand slam. Like that, 7-6. That brings the crowd back to their feet momentarily. As Ellis lines up another one, why not? He just made one about a minute and a half ago. And upstairs to Addison. Great pass from Mency. And the Riptide take that early lead. Down 7-2 and take a 1-point lead, 8-7. Just 4 minutes into this first quarter.
Yeah, nice look for Addison after back in the starting lineup after serving his one-game suspension.
And Freeman, I talk about many spots he can score from. He can knock the three down. He can go by you with his quickness, his one-on-one moves, and he can post you up. So it gives you scoring from all different areas of the floor. Wow, Terrell Baines again knocks down a jump shot. Anderson off the mark. Baines averaging 12 points a game, already with 4. And Thomas off the mark. We won't. We're not too often we say Thomas off the mark. Seems to shoot the ball really well here. And referee saying on the floor, not continuation, not in your steps. little discombobulation here, Briar, with this offense. Everybody kind of standing around, no screens, nobody's moving. The shot clock finally down to 2 seconds. Gabe's got to jack one up. And stepped out of bounds. Rieker did. Now, Briar, this Riptide team's got to get back to playing basketball. They've got to get back to doing the things they need to do to be successful. And one of those biggest things is stop complaining. Stop complaining about every single call that does not go your way.
Nice block there by Brian.
Big block from Addison. Oh, and Mency does not see the defender coming, and Anderson gets free to the hoop, couldn't get it to go, and here comes the Island Storm. Very important game, Briar, for this Storm team. You know, they're looking to battle and get on a hot streak as Rieker knocks a 3 down, and their goal by end of the season is to take over second place from this Riptide team. And that's going to start tonight, talking to Coach Salerno. That's going to start tonight by beating this Riptide team in their home gym. And we got Gabe Freeman, a little nickel and dimer out front, center court. Mency's last one, they're calling a 2. Said he was on the line, Brad. Early timeout here. So, you know, as a coach, you're talking in the timeout here. You're talking, you know, I'm sure Coach Spahn has seen a little stagnant offense at the offensive floor here for the Riptide. Guys, we got to get moving. Let's get our heads in the game. Let's start, you know, a little inside out, maybe a screen and roll action up top, which they've been very successful at. And defensively, guys for the Storm knocking down shots. So maybe a couple of changes coming defensively, or at least getting up in the shorts of these shooters.
And I think a big thing too is you mentioned it earlier, but movement on offense. You know, can't be standing around. Keep constantly moving, setting screens, stuff like that. And they haven't been doing that early, so I'd say that's one thing Coach Spahn's going to mention.
Yeah, definitely topic of conversation there in that huddle. Just like I said, you know, you look down the floor, it looks at times it looks like there's been 2 or 3 mannequins standing down on the offensive end of the floor. Nobody moving, nobody screaming. Way too easy to guard, especially at this level. You know, if you're going to be standing still. Ed Carson gets to the rim with no help defense in that key at all. You know, oftentimes I've talked this year, Briar, about what a good defensive man-to-man defense looks like, and it's 2 or 3 guys with 1 or both feet in the paint all the time. When you look up and there's not one sneaker in the paint for the defense, that's inviting the ball handler to get to the rim and score, because there's no help defense there. You look for that Riptide team, you know, 2 guys with both feet in the paint. You want a total of 4 sneakers in that paint all the time, whether it's 1 guy with 2 and 2 guys with 1, but you want that total to be 4 sneakers in there, and you're seeing that every time on the defensive end for this Island Storm team. Wow, and Anderson comes up with a clean block, and referee coming out of nowhere and calling the foul. Baines, who blocked himself on the bottom of that backboard, recovered it and gets himself to the free throw line. Now, I touched earlier, Briar, on you know, some of the things this team has got to do to be successful here on out. One of them is stop complaining, and as I'm saying that, Anthony Anderson gets a technical foul. You know, you just lose focus. 100% of the game is in your head. And if you lose some of that, then you're turning the ball over, you're missing shots, you're missing defensive assignments because you're thinking about something else. Your concentration isn't about your game. So first things first, let coach do the complaining. Let the coach tear a strip off the referee. Let's get back to playing basketball. Secondly, of course, as we know, all the suspensions, everything's getting back underway again. We're getting a full team back here, so guys have got to get used to playing with each other again. And Gabe Freeman with the near steal. We get an offensive interference by Baines. The ball was in the cylinder. He grabs the rim. Ball's rolling around the rim. You can jump up and hit it, FIBA rules, but you can't grab the cylinder. So. Anderson missed a jump shot, but here is Brian Addison. Gabe Freeman with a push-off. And that's number 2 on Gabe Freeman. Folks had a nice interview with Gabe Freeman before the game. If you want to check that out, I think get on the Facebook page. Get on the Facebook page. Check out that interview. Little question and answer, little meet and greet with Gabe Freeman. For those of you that don't know him off the basketball court. There, we're getting Brian Addison with an over the back. It was just 19-10. Riptide take an 8-7 lead. And a 12-2 run here by this Island Storm team as they get to the rim, and it looks like Anthony Anderson picking up his second foul. No, Addison. I think it was eeny, meeny, miny, mo there, Briar. That could have been Addison or Anderson. Goes to Addison. That's his second foul. As Stover comes into the game. Jahi Carson knocks down the free throw. And 2 for 2 from the line. Early 3 points for Carson as Nortman checks into the game for Baines. And just not knocking down shots, Briar. A lot of good shots taken by this Riptide team. 4 or 5 layups. I'm not going to say uncontested, but slightly contested shots they normally make, just not making tonight. And everything going down, a rim rattle for Reeker. Knocks down a 3, 24-10 for this Island Storm.
It's almost like the exact opposite of what we saw last time the Storm were in town. Everything was falling for the Riptide. It was 25-2 for the Riptide in the first 3 minutes of the game, and not quite that bad right now, but similar situation.
Yeah, I was in South Carolina for that game. I picked it up online, and it was about 9 minutes into that first quarter when I turned it on, and I had to reload the page. I didn't know if I was looking at the right score or not. As McQueen gets free, couldn't get to go, and there's all 6'11", 7'6" wingspan of Anthony Stover. Gets a tip in. Such a defensive force down there, makes him miss that, what we would think would be an easy one, but try making that shot, Briar, with Anthony Stover breathing down your neck. And, Stover gathers a rebound, gets an over the back call. You know, Stover, such a defensive presence out there, Briar, with his ability to block shots and chain shots. Freeman.
Nice box out by Gabe there.
Gabe with a great rebound with just a little miscommunication with Mency. And do we want to talk about the meltdown Tuesday night in Moncton? Do we want to talk about that? Well, we get a break in between quarters or a timeout here, Briar. I'll put my 2 cents worth in there. And good defense, Anderson gets him to take a fadeaway 17-footer. Okay, contested jump shot and a box out. That's your defense. That gets a Riptide out running. That gets guys in mismatch situations, or we outnumber them in breaks, and at least the easy scores. And Rieker says, "Why not? Hey, I'm on fire here. I'm gonna keep firing those threes up." And
yeah, he's dangerous from out there. That's for sure. You can't leave Richter wide open.
Shoots at three. Ricker shoots at three at 32%, 44% from 2-point range. But it's definitely more than 32% 3-point shooter tonight. And block shot leads to a break. Freeman out running.
Jamal, nice work there. Jamal McQueen, he had the dunk at this end and then hit the block at the other end. He's fired up too.
You know, Jamal McQueen, Briar, for minutes played, his stats are crazy. You know, he's got a crazy good stats for minutes played. Averages 5 points a game and only plays 15 minutes a game. So, you know, he's that defender. He's that tough guy on the floor. Great rebounder for his size. And we got a walk call here on Rieker. Yeah, Riptide making a bit of a run here. A little momentum swing here, Briar, towards with that Riptide. Anderson looking to knock down that three. Couldn't get it to go. Good box out by the Island Storm. As Rieker hits the deck again, we got a holding foul.
Looks like Wright's going to get the foul.
Akeem Wright, yep, picked it up. That's his second foul. About 5 guys here with two fouls in the first quarter. Freeman gets 3. How many times have we seen that play work on that baseline out of bounds? It's almost a timing thing. If we can get that ball in the hands of the inbounder fairly quickly after a call, that's the play they run. If there's a long time in between, defense really gets a chance to set up. You'll see them run sometimes that play will go back to the inbounder for that shot, or you'll see just an inbounds to run on offense. Freeman looking for the old-fashioned 3. You know, Freeman shooting free throws at 82%, not missing many of those. And Akeem Ellis with a 3. 2 threes for Akeem Ellis in this first quarter. And Riptide will hold for last shot, close to last shot. Yeah, I guess it is. It isn't sinking. Maybe what, a second and a half off. Three, 2. And he gets it to go. And Stover gets a rebound. Got hit on the elbow, it looked like from here, but no call. Blown opportunity. You know, really kept a little momentum going back there, Briar, but as it is, 30-20, 10-point first quarter lead for the visiting Island Storm. Okay, Briar, the meltdown in Moncton. That's what we're calling it. The meltdown in Moncton. 12-point lead blown. You know, it was a matter of empty possessions for the Riptide team. One possession after another where it was a turnover, it was a missed shot. If there was free throws taken, it was 2 free throws missed. Moncton executing on the other end of the floor, knocking down threes or getting to the free throw line or knocking down 2-point jump shots. And that's a recipe for a comeback, and that was a recipe for a Moncton win, a 1-point win, basically with, you know, just 2 or 3 seconds left in that game. You know, if you're watching the game, you're thinking, Gabe Freeman was fouled on a 3, maybe he was, maybe he wasn't. Referee thought it was on the floor. He gets 2 free throws. He misses both those free throws anyway. We had a late game turnover by Anderson. That was another empty possession, and we had some missed shots. You know, kind of trying to clock management, run that shot clock down, end up with an empty possession again, and the Moncton team down the floor. And again, what we saw was a lot of players shrugging their shoulders and palms up in the air towards the referees towards the end of that game. And to me, like I said earlier, you don't have the concentration you need to play well, to do the things you're supposed to do on the floor. And if you don't have your thinking cap on, then you're not going to be successful. I always say to the players when I coach, I don't care if Michael Jordan's on the other team. If he doesn't have his thinking cap on, or if he's dumb enough on the floor to shoot on the wrong basket, they can have him. So, you know, so much of this game is physical ability and your ability to knock down shots, but making the right passes, making the right decisions, you know, concentrating on that shot to make that shot, et cetera, comes from concentration. And that's not going to happen when you're fighting with the officials. Jamal McQueen hits Ellis on the way by, shooting a 3. He goes to the line for 3, makes the first one. Hakeem Ellis now with 8 points. 9 points in that first quarter for Al Rieker. And 7 points for Terrell Baines. 8 points for Gabe Freeman in that first quarter. Little give and go. Stover to Anderson. Anderson finds a wide open Freeman, throws a 2-hand dunk down. Oh, great pass, Anthony Stover. Gets everybody out running, and plenty of time on the shot clock. Anderson's going to look to run something now. We had a couple high screen and rolls that have been working out there. We get a foul out front on the floor. Aaron Brown checks into the game for Freeman, and just right on cue, turns one over. But no harm done. Brown gets the rebound. Jamal McQueen working hard, trying to keep his man on his back, wants that ball. Anderson off the mark for 3. Stewart pulls up for 3.
Yeah, not the usual double A we're used to seeing. It's 0 for 3 from downtown tonight and 0 for 4 from field goal range, so definitely not his usual self.
No, definitely not, but we know how quick that can change. Briar, we've seen him play so many games, you know, and we say that now, in the end of the game, he's sitting with 35 points or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Stover forces Baines into a wrong foot jump shot. I say that by meaning he had the wrong foot forward when he shot that. Not much of a chance of going in. And Anderson gets away with a little push off on Baines. But good to see that ball go through the hoop for Anderson. Breyer, maybe that's what gets him going. A lot of times, Anderson, if he starts out cold, misses a few jump shots in a row, he'll find a way to get himself to the free throw line. That time gets a layup to go, so let's see what happens here on out. Oh, high screen and roll, Stover. Couldn't get it to go. And Ellis, why not? He's already knocked a couple down. Knocks another 3 down, 36-24. So you miss a layup at one end, Breyer. You give up a 3 on the other end. Those are 5-point swings. That's happened 3 times already. Anderson just off the mark. McQueen got his hand caught in the cookie jar there. Gets called for the foul. His second foul.
If you're here for the Canadian Seconds, we want to make you some noise for Riptide!
And I was going to say, if that one goes in for Ellis, it's going to be a long night for this Riptide team, Breyer. He was about 8 feet outside the line on that one. McQueen running the floor, finds Aaron Brown. Yes, couldn't get it to go, but Stover taps that to McQueen. McQueen gets fouled, gets himself to the free throw line. And that foul on Terry Thomas. McQueen 2 for 2. Ellis backdoor pass, couldn't get it to go. Stover with, well, we can might call it a rebound, a hit the rim, Breyer. Or with the, picks up the steal. And a cutting Stover. Wide open, big mismatch when you get a high screen to roll and you cause a switch. You cause a switch on a 6'11 guy, you got to give him the ball. Baines looking to back down Stover, and really not much of a chance of him making that one, Breyer. As Brad States picks up the foul there at center court. That was more stop the fast break. Stop the fast break foul is what that was. And McQueen Stover get a rest. Much needed and a well-deserved rest, Breyer.
Yeah, we had a nice little start to the game. 5 rebounds, 4 points.
Then we had a foul out top. Mency draws another foul. I think Mency's gonna foul half the team out here if this game keeps going like this, Breyer. Hey folks, if you're just joining us, Stacey Atkinson here, Breyer McPherson with me tonight in the broadcast. Breyer, man of many duties here tonight. Headset on, microphone in hand, and the stat guy here on the floor. And bringing you all these DAC stats as the game goes on. So, Breyer, glad to have you here. Thanks for joining me in the broadcast booth tonight.
No problem. Always a fun time on the broadcast.
So, folks, if you missed it earlier, we were talking about our pregame interview we had with Gabe Freeman. You check out the Riptide Facebook site. You get a chance to watch that interview. Leave your comments if you want. We highly encourage you to leave nice comments, but I'm sure you will. Gabe Freeman's very well spoken. If you've only seen him play on the basketball court, if you haven't had a chance to meet him off the court, it's a good opportunity to get a piece of what he's really like and what a great person that he is. And hopefully bring you more broadcasts from different Riptide players as the season goes on. And great cut and great pass by Mency, and just like that, a 4-point game.
Yeah,
But that's right there is how this Island Storm got a big lead, Briar. We stopped, everything was going to the rim for them. We get out on 3-point shooters, and you can't leave Rieker wide open out there.
Yeah, and you mentioned the pregame interview with Gabe. In that interview, he mentioned how any night you can't sleep on any team at all, and see that here, the Storm come out, and got a nice lead, but then all of a sudden, they started to sleep on the Riptide a little bit, and they started to come back, and
definitely,
now the lead's under double digits.
You're exactly right. The parity in this league. Well, I should say this conference is Atlantic Division. I can't really speak for the Central Division. I haven't seen them play a ton, but this Atlantic Division is any given night, that number 5 team can beat that number 1 team, and the number 4 team can beat that number 2 team any given night. The parity in this league is, it's so close. This Island Storm team, Briar, with only with 9 losses, and those or 9 of their losses, are 5 points and under. I think only one by 5, and the rest, one by 1 in overtime. There's a couple 1-point losses, but basically a lot of close games that if they win half those games, they're in second place right now, not fighting the rest of the season to try to take over second place and get a home court for the first round of the playoffs. Get to talk with Coach Joe Salerno before the game. Always nice talking with them. We had about a 5-minute conversation. We talked about both teams and different teams in the league, and he's I like to say he's just a smart basketball guy. You could sit down. I could see myself sitting down and having like a 2-hour basketball conversation with them, back and forth, on different players and how teams should act, how teams should play, and et cetera, et cetera. So just doing Joe Salerno doing a fine job with this Island Storm team. What I like with Briar is he gets them ready to play. He gives them the importance of this game and every game that they play. And you can see it. You can see it coming out onto the floor. You can see it defensively. You can see everybody talking. And not saying this Riptide team doesn't. We all know Coach Spahn is a great coach. Gets his team prepared. And what you see as the game goes on here, Briar, is a bit of a chess match between good coaches.
Go Riptide.
And contested jump shot, box out. If you're not going to get a steal or force them into a turnover, that's what you want out of your defense. Anderson gets wide open to the rim. The reason he's wide open, Briar, is because you don't know whether to go at him full speed and try to block that shot or stay on your guy because Anderson's such a deadly passer. And Freeman with the rebound. We got, again, a contested jump shot and box out. We had a skip pass. We had a lob pass into Brian Addison. Famatini turns it over. And wow, nifty cut. Great pass by Baines. Carson gets a reverse layup to go. 43-34, Island Storm second quarter lead. About 5 minutes to go here, second quarter. A lot of hand checking out top. He's complaining about it, but you know, I thought he got away with about 4 before they called that 5th one. You know, rule of thumb, Briar. Guys up in your shorts, go by. If he gives you an arm length, now maybe you can decide whether you want to run an offense. He's taking a little pressure off, but for you to relieve that pressure, you just need to go by, and as the game goes on, he backs off. You can do the things you want to do. I'm not sure where that was going. Addison comes up with it. Anderson with another turnover, and here come the Island Storm. Oh, nice pass from Ellis. Baines gets free. Baines with 9 points here, 4 minutes to go in the second quarter. Averages 12 points a game, so almost at his average here in the first half. Mency wide open for 3, knocks it down. I'm not going to say a much needed 3, Briar, but it sure did stop the bleeding there for a minute. Yeah, this referee saying out of bounds off Thomas. Wow, that was quick. That was quick. Mency went left. Defense went to Mency's left, and Mency back right, wide open for a jump shot. And fouls on 42. Robert Nortman. 2 on him, Briar. (45-40), Briar, and this Riptide team not playing well at all. Lucky to only be down 5 points. Hopefully 4 after this free throw by Mency. So stays 5 points, but majority of this the first quarter and this second quarter, just not knocking down shots. We had some uncharacteristic turnovers from some players, but just seem to be getting it done the last 8 or 9 minutes of play on the defensive end. And Jamal McQueen set to check in the game for Gabe Freeman. Coach Spahn not wanting Freeman to pick up that third. Let's get into that second half with, still just 2 fouls. Mencio front, nothing really happening with the offense. What he can do is create. Addison gets his hands on it, but out of bounds. And timeout, Island Storm, 2:34 here to go in this second quarter. Island Storm up 5, 45-40. And like I talked about earlier, talked to Coach Salerno, and their goal right now is to take over second place. Being, 10 wins, 15 losses. The second place team is this Riptide team, 16 wins, 13 losses. So with 16 games left, it starts with the win here tonight for this Island Storm team. and you know, try to get on a bit of a hot streak and keep things going. But Riptide hopefully having none of that here tonight, Briar.
Yeah, hopefully they can turn things around in the last 2:34, and then you know, talk things over a bit halftime, figure out what's going wrong, what's going right, and get back on track in the second half.
Yeah, definitely. You know, for the most part, on average, this Riptide team outscoring their opponent in the third quarter all season long. And just happens to, you know, Coach Bond gets them in there at halftime. It's a very smart bunch of players that, you know, are very vocal, understand the game very well. Everybody gets their 2 cents worth in there, you know, between the players and Coach Bond and the coaching staff. They seem to get things going in that second half and turn it around. And like I said, you know, on average, outscoring their opponent in the third quarter, game in and game out. As Reeker gets, you know, semi-open for a three, couldn't get it to go. Sure, a set play right out of that timeout, but nothing happening. And Jamal McQueen with a screen out top. Anderson finds a wide open Mency. You know, and it just looks like Anderson's all balled up and has nowhere to go. And out of his pocket, he pulls an assist.
Yeah, and that's 14 points for Mency. Big reason why the Riptide are only down 5 here.
Yeah, he's having a heck of a first half. And Anderson sees that, you know, gets him the ball most times down the floor here in this first half. And Famatini gets himself to the rim, nothing going. Addison offensive board, nothing, and out come the Island Storm. No kind of a break. Terry Thomas going to slow things up. Carson launches a deep three, and about 25 feet of arc on that, Briar. Knocks it down. Famatini looking to get on track here. Nothing. Right now, good time to get Anthony Stover into the game. Last good time right now. 55 seconds going this half. Get a defensive set. I say that. Here he comes. Gives Addison a little break. Addison working hard out there as always. And 55 seconds to go here in the second quarter, and timeout, why not? Because FIBA rules, you get so many in the first half, so many in the second half, and they don't carry over, so you might as well use them. So Briar, we got a Sussex basketball team here behind us. They're literally like 3 or 4 feet behind us, dancing, cheering this Riptide team on tonight, having a heck of a time. As you said earlier, tonight is Sussex Community Night, and pretty good crowd on here tonight. Briar, what would you say would be here tonight? Yeah, 54 seconds. 8-point first half lead by this Island Storm team as Aaron Brown comes out a little too aggressive on that hedge and gets a piece of Carson. Riptide not over the limit, so out of bounds sideline. down to 2 in the shot clock. Not sure if Carson realized, Ellis does, and couldn't get it to go. But an 8-second differential game clock, shot clock here. Briar's anymore, you know, you get a quick 2 for 1. Not going to get the ball back now, so hold for a good one. Leave as little time on that clock for the Island Storm as we can. And Mency pulls up for a deep 3 and knocks it down. That'll get the crowd going. A little momentum going into halftime here, Briar. They get a stop out front. Anthony Anderson knows I'm not in foul trouble. We got fouls to give. Let's not give layups. So take it out. Ball out of bounds sideline. Oh, Carson gets away with a travel out top. Tries to draw a foul on Mency, nothing going. And a big 3 by Mency Briar to end that first half. 50-45. Mency just on fire. What's he got for a point total?
Yeah, he's got 17 points and 5 rebounds and 5 assists as well. And
you know, and that's from a guy that averages 12 points a game and 3 rebounds. Already over his average in the first half. So, like you said earlier, you commented on earlier, this Riptide team in the game because of Mency's hot shooting.
All right, it's time for Sussex tradition. Give it up for the cow relay race. Everybody ready down there? All right, on your mark. Get set. Not yet. Go! All right, they're holding pretty dead even. Looks like we've got Team 3 currently in the lead. And there's your winner, Team 3. Give it up for a Sussex tradition, the cow relay. And it looks like we've got a scrimmage with the junior Riptide. The red team put 2 on the board. So we've currently got red leading 4 to not red 0. Not red finally putting some points on the board. Red putting 2 more nice points on the board. Two more points for not red. Not red tying things up. We're going 6 to 6. Red put 2 more on the board. And it looks like we've got red from Sussex taking it with 8 points. Give it up, Sussex takes the win. All right, make sure you stick around. We've got more great action coming up. But what we would like to do is throw a special shout out. All the way up there in Section 3, we've got the middle school girls Tier 1 AAA provincial champions, the Sussex Middle School Stingers. Give it up, Sussex and St. John.
All right, folks, welcome back to Harbor Station in St. John, New Brunswick, where the visiting Island Storm 5-point first half lead over the St. John Riptide. And Gabe Freeman looking to go to work early down in the low block, does, gets it to go, and the free throw. Yeah, a little conversation with the ref and Coach Salerno, and ref doing a good job, you know, just not giving the tee out, just, you know, coach, please get back in your coach's box, and away we go. Yeah, Rieker looks to get it back, you know, I'm not happy about the foul call on one end. A little more giddy up in the step at the other end, Breyer, and little spin move, gets one to go, gets himself to the free throw line, looking to return the favor. Three-point play, the old-fashioned three for Rieker, and 53-47, 6-point lead. Mency finds a cutting Brian Addison, who gets himself to the free throw line. And Mency, you know, just saying, Addison, make that shot, get my assist. But just has to make at least one free throw to register an assist there. And Mency with 17 first half points, Briar, like we said in the first half, and way above his average. You know, averages 12 points a game, 17 in the first half. 15 points in that first half for Jahi Carson. Now Rieker with 14, who just added another 3, up to 17.
Addison going over 2 on that free throw.
You know, 5-point lead at in that first half, Briar, by this Island Storm team, as Anderson commits a foul there. We talked about the three-point shooting, 8 for 17. You shoot the three-point ball at 47% clip especially when you're taking 17 shots. There's not many teams you're not going to be ahead of. 37% field goal range, so only 17 for 46 total. Much better percentage from the three-point line. You know, in saying that, the Riptide only two made threes out of 14 attempts, as Carson knocks Danny Long too with foot on the line. And Riptide shooting at 14% from the three-point line, way under their average, Briar. This is a team that leads the NBL in three-point makes a game, and only 2 in that first half. Gabe feels I've got a mismatch down low with Stewart. I'm going to back him down, cause a triple team, and does. Addison makes the cut. Carson gets caught on a mismatch, and nothing left to do but foul him there. And Addison off the mark, and Addison only, well, I'm looking for free throw percentage here, Briar. What do you got for free throw percentage for this season for Addison? I thought I had that written down here, but I guess not. I know it's not the greatest. %47%. Wow, as Ellis knocks down another deep three. And just like that, lead balloons back up to 10. 58-48. This Island Storm team, Briar, came to play tonight. As Ellis picks up the foul.
St. John-based industry leader in automotive dealership CRM systems and Business Development Center Operations, a proud employer and supporter of local talent, and proud sponsor of the St. John Riptide.
All right, come on. Give your team some encouragement.
Matini underneath to Freeman. Gets a couple to go. Carson sees an opening. Reeker also sees an opening. Moves well without the basketball. Richter. I've just been told it's not Reeker, it's Richter. I'm sure we've been getting names wrong all season, Briar, but it's spelled like Richter with a C in there. Richter. So sorry, Mama Richter, Papa Richter at home. I'm pronouncing his name wrong. And been saying it a lot tonight too because he's been very active out there. As Famutini has the ball laid right in his hands, but gets called for the foul. Famutini, Briar, having a quiet night tonight. Like to see him get things going.
Yeah, it seems like everyone not named Darren Muncie and Gabe Freeman has been having a quiet night tonight. But the Riptide are still within 8 points.
Yeah, still a basketball game for sure. Like we said, only 2 for 14 from the three-point line in that first half. But this Riptide team, when things are going well from the three-point line, they blow teams out of the water. If they're not going well from the three-point line, they find ways to stay in the basketball game. By attacking the rim, getting post touches, offensive rebounding and scoring, and doing what they can on the defensive end for sure. And sometimes, like we talked about earlier, Briar, a AA just needs to see that ball go through the hoop. And if it being a couple free throws, that gets him rolling, on the next 3 or our next couple threes that he takes. Addison getting called for a little nickel and dimer down there. It's advantage, disadvantage. These referees do a lot. If there's maybe there's a little hit on the arm, but he doesn't lose control of the ball, they might let it go. But in that case, loses control of the ball. Wow, big rebound inside by Stewart, smallest guy on the floor. Couldn't get the putback to go, and here comes Freeman. And Riptide get one to go on the break. Such a potent team, Briar, when they get out and run. But it's hard to get out and run when you're taking the ball out of bounds on the other end of the floor and throwing it in. So it all starts with your defense. As Baines looks for a long 2, contested jump shot, box out. Here comes Famutimi.
2 points on that last play. It's 20 for Freeman, and he's got 5 rebounds right now as well, so he's getting pretty close to that 20 and 10 average he's got there.
And like I said in that pregame interview, he's been 20 and 10 guy all his life, and I think when he's 45 years old, he's still going to be 20 and 10. Mind you, it might be at the YMCA somewhere, but he will be that 20 and 10 guy. And Famutini just not getting a good look, and credit to defense there. Man, Reeker gets, looks like Anderson gets away with a push on Richter. Or am I saying his name wrong again? Yeah, great job by Anderson keeping his body in front of the ball. Addison saves it. Famatimi looking to run to Anderson. He's going to find a guy or score. Oh, we talked about earlier, when he drives to the basket, Briar, it's hard to play him 100%, go after him to block that shot because he's such a dangerous passer. He just keeps the defense thinking all the time. Stewart goes by Freeman. It's a couple to go. And Stewart again, same play, twice in a row. They run the floor on the left side, drive to the basket. There is no help defense. No, help defense, Briar, has been non-existent here tonight for this Riptide team. You know, and what I was commenting on earlier, Briar, about the arguing and, you know, complaining to the referees and how that gets your head out of the game, how that you know, that takes that thinking cap that you have on, it takes it off, and you know, now you're not making smart decisions defensively or passes or maybe taking bad shots. Your focus is there on your shots. You need to stop. You need to stop complaining. And I think coaches and teams around this division have figured it out. This is how we beat the Riptide. We get under their skin. We get under their skin. We get them riled up. We beat them. They don't have their thinking caps on, and you see that. You see a little implosion with the team. That's the team that loses. Now, earlier in that first half, we saw the exact same thing with the Island Storm. It was a bit of a run by the Riptide, and maybe a couple calls didn't go their way, the Island Storm's way, the way they thought, and there was some complaining with the referees, and you just seen it compile. You saw the Riptide go on even more of a run, and that's when they had cut that game to 5 points. But since then, have gathered themselves back to an 8-point lead for this Island Storm. But like I said, you know, coaches and teams around the league have found a little recipe to beat this Riptide team is to get under their skin a bit and get them going and metaphorically remove those thinking caps and they don't play as well. And Addison down to 2 on the shot clock. And Carson with a great one-on-one move finds a wide open Baines who knocks the 14-footer down. Wow, Anderson with a great pass. It looks like defender with both feet in that restricted area, but no go. Offensive foul on AA. McQueen coming in for Olu Famatimi. That's one thing I'll say about Famatimi, Briar. He will never be one of those players that gets riled, that loses his cool. It's a guy who's always concentrating, always thinking. As Anderson gets into the body and gets a nifty little left hand to go. As Al gets to the rim again. He knocks some 3-point shots down the first half, and they go for every pump fake for the rest of the game, right? Show the ball and get to the rim. And Anderson really feels he's got a mismatch down there with Stewart. basically the same height, but Anderson noticeably thicker, stronger than Stewart is gonna bully his way to the rim on him every time, I think. Anderson 2 for 2. And good double team, Addison. You got him in the corner. As Brad States into the game, misses the wide open 3. And didn't miss by much. Wow, crossover dribble. Anderson, Freeman gets the board again, gets himself to the free throw line. Well, it's got to put him over 10 rebounds now, Briar. There was 2 or 3 right there. But again, an 82% free throw shooter off the mark.
Looking at the stats, free throw shooting's really been a big difference maker because the Storm are 100%, 11 for 11, and the Riptide are just over 60%. So
even with those 2 misses right there. Wow. And normally, I think Riptide are #1 in the league free throw percentage. And fouls on Gabe Freeman. That is number 4 on Gabe. Any player that's in foul trouble promises the coach he will not pick up another foul. Gabe pleading his case, but Spawn having nothing to do with it, says no, you're coming out. I can't have you 5 fouls entering that 4th quarter. And Addison with a big rebound. Double A running the floor and having his way in this 3rd quarter, Briar. Double A is getting to the rim. You know, it was all Mency in the first half, and it's been all Double A here in this third period in 70-66. As we see Anthony Stover getting set to check into the game for Addison.
Yeah, Double A had just 4 points at halftime, and he's up to 14, I believe, now. So
yeah, 10 point 3rd quarter for him.
And we've seen a popular trend too in this game is the Storm got up early, and then the Riptide came back within single digits, and then the Storm got up again by about 10, and then the Riptide came back, and it's just been like that back and forth. And now it's a 5-point game, and see which way it goes this time.
Yeah, where you can say the Storm keep weathering the storm here at Briar. You're always most times you get up on a team with a double-digit lead, you're going to relinquish that lead a bit, and at times in the game, just because you get comfortable with what you're doing, and maybe a pass you weren't making before, you're comfortable making now, and that turns into a turnover. You usually see how a lot of teams get back into games. But yeah, like you said, it gets down to 3 or 4 or 5 points, but then back up to double digits again. This Riptide team just can't get that under 3. Dan McQueen with the board. Loses that board. Out of bounds, Riptide. And a big hand from this crowd for Double A as he gets the rest with 3 minutes to go here in the third. 10-point third quarter for him. Briar, I guess we didn't mention yet, again, a shortened bench here for this Riptide team with Wormley out with a groin injury. And Hakeem Johnson not here in the game, so as Wright knocks down a 3, and just like that, back up to a 9-point lead. Oh, down to Stover. Al knocks it out of bounds. Stays Riptide basketball.
Yeah, Wormley is, it's a big absence. Fresh off 31-point performance in Moncton Tuesday night, and really missing his speed as well, and
oh, definitely. His speed, his scoring, his assists. And Hakeem Johnson, how do you not miss him? I've been calling Hakeem the man with the 1,000 one-on-one moves off the dribble, who has been just lights out here for about 10 games now. It just changes. It changes a lot. It changes your rotation. Not saying the players that are coming in aren't doing their job, but it changes your rotation. Coach looks down the bench, and he's got a really shortened bench, and you really go with 7, maybe 8 strong for this game, and it's tough to do. That's why Coach gets paid the big bucks, Briar. And Anthony Stover goes 2 for 2 from the line. How many times have we said that this year?
Not very many, unfortunately.
Not very many. Stover's been working hard on his free throws, and he knows he needs to get better from the line. And love seeing Stover in the game because he's that guy that has both feet in the paint almost all the time. He's a shot blocker, a rim protector. He anchors your defense. Stover dives to the rim, couldn't get it. Jamal McQueen wide open for a big 3. And just like that, Briar down to 4.
Yeah, I like to mess around a little bit and call him Lightning McQueen on Twitter, and there he is with a big 3.
And Brown knocks down a 17-footer. Back to 4 points. Stewart and States getting ready to check into the game for the Island Storm. Coach not liking what he's seeing out there. And good defense, Aaron Brown forces a tough jump shot. Mency draws a foul out top from, looks like Baines. Yeah, it was. Number 3 on Baines.
Mency 2 for 2 at the line there, and puts them up to 5 for 6.
And Mency with 23 points, Briar, averaging 12 points a game. No conversation going down there with Coach Spahn and the referee. I'm not sure what that was about, but it looks like they cleared things up. And good ball movement here by the Island Storm, but you're looking at a defense with, I talked about earlier, a good defense is a total of 4 sneakers in the paint, a good help side defense. And that time I looked up, at one time we had 8 sneakers in the paint. 4 guys with both feet in there. You got to think that somebody's wide open on the 3-point line there, but it ends up being a drive to the basket. Now, Briar, a little what was happening to the Riptide in the first half, rubbing off on this Island Storm team here in the second half. Shots they were making, foul shots they were making in that first half, just didn't quite fall here. And it is a 3-point game. I guess it was only 5 at the half, but it just seems a little momentum change. It's hard to say that when it is only, you've only got 2 points off there, but there's been some changes. Defensively, the Riptide look better, and they're starting to knock shots down. And I was just about to say, right on cue, Fame with Teamy gets one to go, but rattles one in and out. It's 78-75 going into the fourth quarter. Island Storm lead. Hats off to them tonight, Briar. They've come to play. They're playing defense. They're knocking down shots, and rewarded with a 3-point lead.
Garbage removal for all varieties of business, small and large. We offer everything from curbside pickup, carts, containers, and specialized service. Ship and short. Let's talk trash. 633-8084. All right, I'm going to ship and short trash.
A little shout out here tonight, Briar, to Hazen Merchant, who's been helping me in the broadcast booth here for a while. I was on vacation for a while. He helped you in the broadcast booth, and has been helping me on the occasional night when my regular guy doesn't show up. He's been seeming to do a lot more games lately. Hazen, you're doing a good job. Death in the family. His wife grandmother passed away in Newfoundland, so my condolences to his wife and their family, and looking forward to seeing you guys back here. Here we go, Briar, back to action here, fourth quarter. Visiting Island Storm, 78-75 over this St. John Riptide team, looking to come out of here with a win tonight. Great opportunity for the Island Storm to get a win. Briar, a couple players out of the lineup tonight, Horace Wormley and Hakeem Johnson. Talking to Coach Salerno before the game, like I said earlier, he is what's your goal for the end of the season? He said to take over second place, and that would be over this St. John Riptide team. A questionable call at center court. Riptide thought they had the steal. Let's let Coach Spahn take care of it. Let's let him argue with the officials, and let's let the fans boo the officials and get back to playing basketball. Not going to change the call. And Ellis off the mark. I wasn't saying that in the first half. And Stover and McQueen collectively get a block shot. I'm not sure who they're going to give that one to.
Yeah, nice stop there for the Riptide.
And McQueen gets away with a travel, finds a wide open Brown. Couldn't get it to go, but there's a big man in there. Anthony Stover gets himself to the free throw line. And Anthony off the mark in that first one. Just needs to extend that arm. He's getting a follow through. It's a bit of a late follow through. Decent rotation on the ball, but needs to extend the arm and keep it there. Brown gets free for an offensive board, gets it to go. Good minutes for Aaron Brown here off the bench.
Crowd likes that one. It's a 1-point game.
We talked about earlier, Briar, they're not knocking threes down. Anthony Stover, Mr. Anchor defense. I think he blocked that one with his elbow. This Riptide team not knocking that three-point shot down on a regular basis like they normally do, and still finding themselves in a one-point basketball game. Famatimi comes out with a loose ball. Cross court to Mency, up ahead to Aaron Brown, who gets it to go, and just like that, Riptide with a 1-point lead. Forces a timeout from Coach Salerno, and a big high five to Aaron Brown from Coach Spahn and all the players as they come off the floor. This crowd into this game now. Got the crowd standing up, Briar. It's got me standing up here.
First lead of the game for the Riptide, and the crowd is going crazy.
Nope, that's a big momentum swing. It's 1 point, but you have the lead the entire game, and you've given up that lead. 10-15 to go here in the fourth quarter. Tons of time, but it's a momentum thing. It's you force them into a timeout. You get a couple stops defensively, and before you know it, you're up 4 or 5 points, and that can really take the wind out of the sails of this Island Storm team.
Let's see what we do here.
Now, folks, if you have not been to an NBL game, especially a St. John Riptide game, take a look at the crowd. When that camera pans around, take a look at the crowd. Take a look at the crowd when the dance cam comes on. You cannot beat the entertainment value here at Harbor Station. Low ticket prices. You're going to sit lower bowl, center court for about $17. You want to sit front row courtside, you're looking at about $31, $35 at the most. And it's such a family night out. Kids are dancing, jumping, screaming. Adults are jumping, dancing, screaming. Wow, and a little giddy up in the step of this Riptide team. All of a sudden, we've got everybody talking. We've got more than 4 sneakers in the paint on defense every time down the floor. And who are getting turnover, or forcing a bad shot. That's how this Riptide team have taken this lead.
Yeah, back-to-back buckets there by Aaron Brown before the timeout. Really swung the momentum the way of the Riptide, and it's showing right now.
A timeout from Coach Salerno. Coach Spahn stays with the guys on the floor that were getting the job done. So extra rest for Freeman and AA on the bench, which is going to bode well for this Riptide team come down the stretch. As Mency gets to the lane, and was his own guy he runs into there. Now we got a jump ball way before the foul. Oh, get Anthony Stover for the foul. You're reaching around from behind. 9 times out of 10, Briar, that's a foul. You reach around from behind, bear hug the guy for a jump ball, but Anthony Stover's got about a 7'7" wingspan. He was totally wrapped around with absolutely no body contact there at all. It just looked odd for an official to call a jump ball, somebody, standing directly behind the guy with the basketball. So he gets the foul. 9 minutes to go, 1-point lead. Gabe Freeman back in the game. And Jahi Carson looking to run things. Al gets himself baseline by Anthony Stover. Volleyball spikes it about 40 feet off the court. But Al gets himself to the free throw line first. A blocking call on, who's that? It was Aaron Brown picks up the foul. And double A into the game for Aaron Brown. You're going to have a big hand for Aaron Brown here. He had some great minutes to this Riptide team in that run. A lot of people, a lot of basketball knowledge in this city, Briar, and guys standing up, cheering basketball play. And I'm just calling him Al from here on out. I'm not getting his last name wrong in there. I've done it about 100 times. So Al misses the first one. Makes the second. Tie ball game, 79 all. And Gabe Freeman comes through, looks to post up, stops, knocks that 15-footer down. And this crowd going crazy here. Crowd going crazy with tons of time left in this game, Briar. Like I said, if you haven't been to an NBL game, you need to come. And a big three from Ellis from about 3 feet outside that line. Silences the crowd. And Freeman just made one from 15 feet. Why not? Let's take another one. Couldn't get it to go. And runs into Stover. Tough shot by Ellis. Wards off the shot blocker. Gets one to go off the back. And Anderson wide open. Freeman. And back and forth we go, folks. 84-83 Island Storm. 7.5 to go here in the fourth quarter. If you're just joining us, it's been a game of runs, mostly runs by this Island Storm team. Up 10, Riptide cut it to 5. Up 12, Riptide cut it to 5. And just a few minutes ago, this Riptide team take their first lead. And it's been back and forth since. It's Sussex night here, Sussex community night here at the Harbor Station. And the local PA guy just challenged St. John fans against the Sussex fans. 83 Island Storm. 6:45 to go here in the fourth quarter. And like I said earlier, this Island Storm came in here with a goal to win this game and to fight hard, play hard, the rest of this season, their goal is to take over second place and have home court advantage for the first round of the playoffs. And like I said earlier, the team that is in second place is the St. John Riptide team. And so it starts. And I was just about to say Anderson turnover, but Ellis with the football. And Mency pulls up, couldn't get it to go. Stover got a hand on it, couldn't quite grab that. Out of bounds, Island Storm basketball. And Al Stewart again, timeout, Coach Spahn. You know, you get the lead, back and forth, you get the lead back, you know, a couple times, 3 times, and then all of a sudden 90-83 for this Island Storm team. 6:05 to go here, folks. Like I said, if you've never been to an NBLC game, if you haven't been to a Riptide game here at Harbor Station, you do not know what you're missing. It doesn't do it justice watching it online. Glad you're available. Glad you're watching online, joining us tonight. But you know, for the price of admission, you need to get down here to a game. You need to experience this live. Just watch the speed, the strength, and the skill of these players that play at this professional level, and a great family night out. You know, Briar, we got a little Sussex basketball team, like I said, and just standing a few feet behind us all night. I think we need to have a chat with a couple of them, don't you? Hey guys, what's the name of your team? Come on over. What's the name of your team?
Sussex Classics. Classics.
The Sussex Classics. And what age group was this?
What?
What age group? What's your? You know how old you are?
I'm 11.
Okay, so this is so 9, 10, and 11-year-olds. So this is your travel team, your grade 5 and 6 travel team. Is that what it is? Did you guys play provincials this year? Go away to provincials? How'd you? You went in tier 1, and you got 4. That's a pretty tough tier to be in. Yeah. Are you enjoying the game tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just yup, or? No, yeah, you guys been dancing and screaming all night behind us, so all right, keep it up. Enjoy the game. And folks, it was the Sussex Classics grade 4, 5, and 6 travel basketball team from Sussex area, just about Briar, about a 35-minute drive from St. John. Here enjoying the basketball game. They've been jumping, screaming, dancing, big smiles on their face all night. They get to shoot around at halftime. Played a little scrimmage at halftime if you get a chance to see that. And great pass from Brown. Down low to Freeman. We foul. Foul was on Ellis. Didn't see it, but referee was right there. And Stover being strong with the ball, finds a wide open Anderson. That would have brought the house down. Briar, that would have brought the house down. And, you know, everybody in the arena expecting Anderson to make that. He's made so many in his career for this St. John organization. That
Yeah, despite, you know, he's got 14 points, but he hasn't made a 3 yet tonight, and that's
unusual.
Very unusual for double A.
Ryan Addison getting set to check into the game here. I'm assuming for Stover. We haven't had a chance to see Addison and Stover play together, not for a long time.
Let's go, White.
I know that was and Mency for 3. Nothing having. Breyer, what's the 3-point stat tonight for the Riptide?
14%, 3
Still.
for 21.
3 for 21, still at 14%.
Probably 3 for 22 now, I guess, with Dak Styles a little slow updating, so.
Wow, Ellis fires up an air ball. Anderson running the floor. No better guy to run the floor than Anthony Anderson. He's either going to score or find a guy wide open to score if there's any kind of a 3-on-2 or 2-on-1 break. And 91-85, down to 6. Yeah, we got a hold on Stewart. Addison had him boxed out. Stewart pulled his arm down, couldn't quite hang on to that rebound. He's complaining only because he knows he fouled. He's just trying to get the next call, that's all. Wow, Anderson, double-A, lucky to get away with that one. Finds a wide open Gabe Freeman, who finds a wide open Mency. Well, it looked like a turnover. Ends up in 2 points, back down to 4. Oh, great hands by Mency. Head to Freeman, back out to Mency. 15 on the shot clock, looking to get a set here. Crowd, half the crowd on their feet here, Breyer. They'll all be on their feet. He makes this, doesn't get it to go. Addison with the tap out. Wide open Mency again, knocks down the 3, and he says, hallelujah, thank God, finally knocked one down. Let's see if I can keep things going.
28 points for Mency.
28 points for Mency, and how many threes does he have? Is that his first?
That's his 3rd.
Oh, sorry, that's his 3rd. He's the only one making threes here tonight. But you know that, thank God, was finally we knocked one down as a team. Oh, back down to 1, 91-90. As you watch the replay here, tap out by Addison. Anderson finds a wide open Mency, and about 3 feet outside the line, guy running at him, knocks it down, forces a timeout from Joe Salerno, and momentarily brought this crowd to their feet. And if you're hearing a little AC/DC playing, Thunderstruck, that doesn't bring you to your feet, then you must like ballroom dancing or something. And great minutes out of Mency tonight, Breyer, with the absence of Horace Wormley and Hakeem Johnson tonight. He's stepped up. He's almost he's almost 2.5 times his game average right now at 28 points a game. The average is 3 rebounds a game. What do we got him for tonight for rebounding? He's got five rebounds. Average is 3.
Yeah, he's got 7 assists too. He's been scoring, he's been dishing them out, he's been rebounding.
As Al finds himself wide open for 3. Not going as Jahi Carson scales everybody, ends up on the scorer's table. We have a disagreement here. We had One referee calls Island Storm basketball. The other referee has a little talk with them. The right call is made. It was right here in front of us. It is Riptide basketball.
Yeah, it was a pretty obvious call.
Yeah, pretty obvious call. You know, if you get an immediate reaction from coaches and fans, then you need to look at your other official and say, you know, okay, what did you see? And that time the right thing was done, and it was turned over.
The other official that was down the baseline that way, he came right up and said, no, I saw that. It's white ball, so
yep. Corrected
the call.
And Freeman looking to take that 1-point lead, couldn't get it to go. 91-90. Carson's going to look to run things here. We got a foul out top from Addison. Have fouls to give. 5th foul on Brian Addison. Still one more foul to give, Briar, before they're in the bonus, so nothing going to the rim. I've talked before in other broadcasts. I listened to NBA officials talk once, and the hardest call in basketball to make is that strip on somebody going to the basket. And a sure-tell sign, if it's a foul or not, is if the ball takes an upward flight or a downward flight. Downward flight, it's all ball. Upward flight, it's usually a rake across the arm and a foul. That time was an upward flight. As Carson goes to the line and makes him pay on that first one. 92-90 with 2:05 here to go in the fourth quarter. Misses the second one. Freeman with the rebound. And like I said, this Island Storm team looking to come in here and steal one from this Riptide team. Down 2 players, 2 starters.
Yeah, and that puts that rebound there, put Gabe right at his average. He's got 10 rebounds and 22 points now.
10 rebounds, 22 points. Offensive rebound by Addison. We got a hold down low on Freeman. Carson holding Freeman. Referee not calling it. And Brown with a nifty spin move down there. Couldn't get it. Gabe Freeman wanted that ball the entire possession there. Had a mismatch with Carson on him, and really trying to fight down low. So no need to foul here. Plenty of time left in the game. You don't need a foul. And just like that, trust your defense. And good defense, Stewart on Anderson, but Gabe Freeman gets his hands on the ball. Out of bounds, Freeman. Island Storm basketball. Still plenty of time here, guys. Don't need to foul. Just trust your defense. Get a stop. It's a 24-second shot clock. And great defense, Anderson, and Addison gets over for the block shot. Out of bounds off of Ellis. It'd be Riptide basketball. Now, Coach Bond doing the right thing here. If he calls a timeout, they advance the ball. Plenty of time in this game, 30 seconds. This allows Anderson to come with a full head of speed. And right now you want to eat quick. You want the best quick shot you can get. Leave yourself time to play that foul game if you're still down. And we got a hold down low on Freeman. Wow. Held his jersey, still made the shot, gives himself to the free throw line. 14.7 folks. We got a tie basketball game with Gabe Freeman on the line shooting 1.
That's the play we were able to see all night.
And if you didn't think the crowd was on their feet before, you should check it out now. Everybody on their feet. Big crowd here tonight. Shooting 1, 14.7 to go. And you know what, you make or miss, you need to trust your defense here. Play defense with your feet. Play smart defense without fouling. and get a stop at the other end of the floor. If he makes this, a lot of pressure. No. Wow. Addison gets a hand on the basketball, taps it out, but ends up in the hands of Al Richter, who couldn't get a handle on that. The ball rolls out of bounds. Coach Salerno says, I want a timeout. Riptide basketball, 12.3 to go, 92-92. Coach Salerno wants to talk things over with his group, saying, guys, we do not need to foul. This Riptide team is going to hold for last shot, probably with about 3 seconds, 2 seconds maybe on the game clock. We need to get a stop. We need to box out. We need to get this game into overtime. That's the talk on this end. The talk from Coach Spahn is one of the plays they've been running in their practice, hundreds and hundreds of times, end of game situations where you need to score with limited time on the game clock. My guess, Briar, is they get that ball into Anthony Anderson's hands. It ends up being in his hands or from Anderson to Freeman. One of those guys has to take this team into this win.
Yep, they're the leaders, and both former MVPs in the league, both
leading scorers on the team,
the top 2 scorers in the league.
In the league, yep.
And those are the guys you want to get the ball to here with 12 seconds to go.
I'm not sure what Coach Spahn sees here or what he has for timeouts here, but if he's not liking what he's seeing before that ball is handed to the inbounder, which looks like it's going to be Gabe Freeman, then he needs to get another timeout. Well, let's see how this Riptide team handles this inbounds. Inbounds, just first things first. Get that ball in safely. Get it in safely. We have plenty of time on the clock. You don't need to shoot that with 5 seconds to go. They did. 5.7 on the clock. We get a timeout from Coach Salerno. 5.7 to go, and just like that, Gabe Freeman, if anything, Briar shot it a little too quick. Left way too much time on the clock for this Island Storm. That's something you've got to worry about. A 3 from the Island Storm can win, a 2 can tie, but if you knew you were going to score for sure with 5.7, you say, okay, let's go ahead and score.
We've got a foul call here too on the Storm against Ellis, the refs are saying, so Gabe's going to get one shot, I believe.
You got a foul on the shot? Wow, I didn't even hear a whistle, to be honest with you.
Hard to hear anything in this crowd. Well, here we are, Briar. Looking like Gabe Freeman will be shooting one free throw. This Riptide team up 94-92, have battled all game long. Very rarely have had a lead in this game, only in this fourth quarter. 5.7 on the clock, 94-92. Gabe Freeman at the line to shoot one. Knocks it down, and then there's no fear of the Island Storm making a three, down to 2, down to 1, half court shot from, the Island Storm almost knocked it down for the win, and Riptide come out of here with the win tonight. Folks, 94-92 Riptide victory. Gabe Freeman was the man, Briar, we talked about in that last set for that last second shot. Knocks one down, and just like that, folks, this Island Storm coming into this game really looking to get a steal here with 2 starters out for the Riptide, but not going. So that's 10
10 of the Island Storm's losses by 4 points or under this season, showing the parity in this league. And folks, Stacy Axon, Brian McPherson bringing you this broadcast tonight. Glad you could join us, and glad you could be here with us. A big hello to all family and friends of these young men that are playing, who are watching from all over North America and around the world. And welcome again to Island Storm fans who are in the arena tonight, made the drive, and watching online. Glad you guys could join us. Sorry couldn't get you guys a victory. Great win tonight for this Riptide team. And hats off to these players and Coach Vaughn tonight. Briar, great having you in the broadcast booth here tonight, buddy.
Yeah, it was a fun game to be a part of it for sure. And there we go. Riptide steal a win here. Come back starving. Pardon the pun, but they come back and take this one by 2.
Yeah, that was a great win here for the Riptide tonight. And we got Gabe Freeman with a little end of game ceremony here.
It's a family here that lost love a month back, and she's our #1 fan. And we want to show our appreciation to her, her family, to her children, her husband. We're going to present them the sign award and the husband.
Very classy move by Gabe Freeman and this Riptide team and this organization, presenting them with a signed basketball. I didn't get the whole story there, Briar. They lost their house. Is that what he said? They lost what? No, they lost a loved one, and dedicated this game tonight to them. Mom and dad and 2 kids. So very classy act by this team and by this organization here tonight. And folks, Stacey Atkinson, Briar McPherson signing off. Glad you could join us. See you next time.